Come.
We good? All right, Shalom Israel, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Hashem Mashiach Umalaki Bashai. It is to say Yahweh being named Heavenly Father, who the world will call God, and Yahweh Shai being named His only begotten Son, who the world everly called Jesus Christ. This is Brother Kesadia from WFI JERSEY, Philly. You got it again.
Khan, it's Brother Abadia, WFI New York.
Brother Itazima, Jersey, Philly.
Khan. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, we'll be going into the Purim lesson. Purim is 2 days, beginning Thursday night, and it ends Saturday night, tonight. So first and foremost, let's give a round of applause to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Can a brother get Esther chapter 9 and start at 20? Because it's a day of gladness and feasting, right? We had the Most High gave us 3 days, destruction of Nicanor, which began Wednesday night, night 1 of Purim, Thursday night, night 2 of Purim, which is Friday night, until Saturday night. 3 straight days to remember that the Most High is going to destroy our enemy, our chief enemy, the so-called white man. Can brothers actually turn that down? Bring this out, Ken.
In this book of Esther, chapter 9 and verse 20. And Mordecai wrote these things and sent letters unto all the Jews that were in all the provinces of the king Ahasuerus, both nigh and far, to establish this among them, that they should keep the 14th day of the month Adar and the 15th day of the same yearly.
Right.
As the days were in, the Jews rested from their enemies, and the month which was turned unto them from sorrow to joy.
From what?
From sorrow to joy.
No, be sad the whole day.
From sorrow to joy.
Right.
And from mourning into a good day.
No, into a bad day.
Into a good day.
No, remember the captivity.
Into a good day.
Right, read on.
That they should make them days of feasting and joy.
Right.
And of sending portions one to another, and gifts to the poor.
Right, read on.
And the Jews undertook to do as they had begun, and as Mordecai had written unto them, because Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, the enemy of all the Jews.
The what?
The enemy of all the Jews.
Who's the white man?
The enemy of all the Jews.
Right.
Had devised against the Jews to destroy them.
And they want to destroy us. So them devising to destroy us, the Most High put it on their own head. Right, you can read on, King.
And had cast Pur, that is the lot, to consume them.
To do what?
To consume them.
Right, read on.
And to destroy them.
And I believe it's actually going to tell you in the next verse.
But when Esther came before the king, he commanded by letters that his wicked device, which he devised against the Jews, should return upon his own head.
Should what?
Should return upon his own head.
So this is what Purim is about. That the Most High flipped the switch. The script that was set up to destroy us was ultimately cast to destroy them. Let's get a quick precept in Proverbs chapter 16, real quick. Right? I think it's Proverbs 16 and 19. The lot is cast in the lap, but the whole disposing thereof is at a little.
33.
Do it.
Proverbs 16 and verse 33. The lot is cast into the lot, but the whole disposing thereof is of the Lord.
Right, so you may cast a lot, but the lot is of the Most High. Remember, everything is predestinated, preordained, set up from the beginning. Everything. From what you do when you first wake up, from what you do before you go to sleep. On a low level, we have, quote unquote, the ability to choose what we stretch forth our hand to do, but that's just so our minds can understand. At the end all be all, everything is set up from the Most High God. Every single thing. The time brothers come into the truth, the time brothers depart from the truth, the time brothers have children, the time when their children have children. Everything is preordained by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So even this, that the enemies, chiefly Esau, Haman, which is an Amalekite, which today a Jewish man, he decided to put out a decree to destroy us, but instead the Most High put it upon his own head. I'm gonna get one more precept. Let's go to Esther chapter 3 and start at verse 10. So that's what we can't forget, right? We can never forget that at the end all be all, after this day is over and we may have to go back to work, we got to go back and, go back into mourning, so to speak, sorrow, so to speak. We can't forget that the Most High, he's going to destroy our enemy. Every evil device that they set up against us, the eugenics programs, the Planned Parenthood, the drugs in our communities, the guns, the killing that they make us do. I was talking to a few brothers yesterday that our people have become worse than the KKK. They don't need to go out there and lynch us anymore. We doing it ourselves. We don't gotta go out and pick cotton. And we damn shooting and killing each other over a piece of dollar bill, which is created from the material of cotton. Is as if we back on the slave field. So guess what? We can't forget that the Most High is going to destroy our enemy. Bring this out, King.
Come on, this is Esther chapter 3 and verse 10. And the king took his ring from his hand and gave it unto Haman, the son of Hammedatha the Agagite, the Jews' enemy.
The who?
The Jews' enemy.
He's known as the Jews' enemy.
Right.
Haman, who's an Amalekite. His father Agag was Amalek. When you read the book of 1 Samuel, the 15th chapter, right? In 20 on down. Right, you read on, King.
Come. And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also.
The who?
The people also.
It says the silver, meaning what? The goods is given to you, and the people also is given unto you. And we see that right now in modern day Babylon 2024, the silver is given to the Jewish man. He owns everything. He has all the buildings, right? I was going to say commercial buildings. He has all the businesses. He has all the media, the mainstream media. He has everything, all the major products. BlackRock, which is owned by a so-called Amalekite, a so-called Jewish man, they have a portfolio, the biggest portfolio of all the world over all the assets that's in this world, all the companies, Coca-Cola, Apple, everything you know about, they own it. Right, read on, King? So that's the silver that's given it to them, and what? The people also, us. All the jobs that we work, if they own all the businesses, then therefore the businesses that we work for, that we slave after, we owned by them as well. The slave trade, that was the first slave ship, if I'm not mistaken, if a brother could correct me, I believe it's called, the ship was actually called Jesus, or Jesus, if you want to say it like that. But either way, the Amalekite, the Jewish man, we know they funded those slave ships. Right, you can read on, King.
Come on. The silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seemeth good to thee. Then were the king's scribes called on the 13th day of the first month, and there was written according to all that Haman had commanded unto the king's lieutenants and to the governors that were over every province, and to the rulers of every people.
And to the what?
And to the rulers of every people.
So this decree that we're going to read about was given to everyone around the world. And if you didn't remember, the Medo-Persian Empire was the largest, well, it was known as the first world superpower in all of history. We touched on that a few Sabbath service ago. Right? You can look it up. You can look at the Medo-Persian Empire. As far as population, that was considered still today the largest world superpower. Right? Read on, King. Bible Kashar.
Come on. And to the rulers of every people, of every province, according to the writing thereof, and to every people after the language, in the name of King Ahasuerus, was it written and sealed with the king's ring. And the letters were sent by post unto all the king's provinces, to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Jews.
How many?
All Jews.
Just a few.
All Jews.
So that's the equivalent of saying, look, we going to destroy, we going to kill every nigger. Every nigger you see with fringes on, and we coming after them. That's them saying they're going to come out and hunt us down. This was published in all the provinces of this empire, meaning everyone was on one accord to go out and kill us. That was a decree that was written. It just so happened that King Ahasuerus, which is Xerxes the first, he didn't know that. And that's terrible. You a king, you don't know what's going on. That has to get in order. Right? But let's continue on.
And the letters were sent by post into all the king's provinces, to destroy, to kill, and to cause to perish all Jews, both young and old, little children and women, in one day.
And what?
In one day.
Right?
Even upon the 13th day of the 12th month, which is a month Adar, and to take the spoil of them for a prey.
Read on.
The copy of the writing for a commandment to be given in every province was established unto all people, that they should be ready against that day.
So this was the decree that they put out against us, that they would kill all of us, execute all of us. Now we know in the scriptures we have something known as Jacob's trouble. So we cannot forget that Jacob's trouble is vast at hand. That there's a day, a time, the day of judgment, destruction, a day of also known as the day of the Lord. When you read Joel, the first chapter, there's a time coming in the earth where the decree is going to be put out that all the people of the earth can go out and hunt the 12 tribes of Israel. But brothers got it though.
Come on. I'll get in there. Can you get the book of Psalms chapter 16 and verse 5?
Come on. I'm reading for you.
Says 16 and 5.
16 and 5.
Come. The book of Psalms, chapter 16 and verse 5. The Lord is the portion of mine inheritance, and of my cup thou maintainest my lot.
What did the Lord say?
Thou maintainest my lot.
Hey, so we gotta understand, especially in Purim, hey, the lot will always fall upon the Lord. And when did the Lord ever decree for every Jew to be in the hand of an Agagite, of an Edomite, so he could destroy all Jews, man? We have to understand that the Lord, he's in control of everything. So when let's real quick go to Esther chapter 3 and verse 12. I want to read that part again. Because like the brother said, we're going to have a time period where these heathens are going to try to come against us. And we're not telling you to get scared. Start saying, oh, what am I going to do? And I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what how East is going to come against us. And we're telling you to trust in the Lord, man. Bring out Esther 3 and verse 12. Sorry.
Con, this book of Esther, chapter 3 and verse 12. Then were the king's scribes called...
Slaki, start verse 11.
Con. Esther chapter 3 and verse 11. And the king said unto Haman, the silver is given to thee, the people also.
The what?
The people also.
Now he said that the people also were given unto Haman, man. When did the Lord ever say that? When did the Lord ever say, hey, look, whatever you want to do, I'm just going to give it to an Edomite, man? Hey, we understand the Lord is in control of his people, all people, and everything, even the lot, man. So we got to understand that, look, these Edomites, these heathens, they have no power over us. We're not to be scared. We're not to get fret over it. We're not to say, oh, look, I don't know what I'm going to do. And we have to understand that the Lord, he's in control of it. That's why, and we're going to go to it, and you can finish it out, Kendo.
Con. The silver is given to thee, the people also, to do with them as it seemeth good to thee.
And the king said that to him, man. When did the Lord say this? You can just do whatever you want with the Jews, man. Destroy all of them. Kill all of them. No, the Lord said something completely different, man. Go to Additions to Esther, chapter 13, verse 9.
Spirit.
13, verse 9. When did the Lord say you can just go kill all the Jews? I'm done with them. When did the Lord ever decree that? Bring it up, King.
Addition to Esther chapter 13 verse 9, saying, O Lord, Lord the King Almighty, for the whole world is in thy power.
No, the whole world is in Haman's power.
For the whole world is in thy power.
So the whole world is in the Lord's power, man. Haman, these Edomites, hey, the people that come through Jacob's trouble, hey, they have no power, man. They have no true power. Whatever they do unto us, the Lord allowed it. Let's keep reading.
And if thou hast appointed to save Israel.
And if what?
And if thou hast appointed to save Israel.
No, Esau's coming to kill all of Israel.
And if thou hast appointed to save Israel.
And it's in the head and the mind and the spirit of Esau to terminate all of Israel. We all understand that. They want none of us remaining. They want us all destroyed, wipe out the face of the earth. But if the Lord has appointed to save Israel, read.
There is no man that can gainsay thee.
No, an Edomite scoffer can say different.
There is no man that can gainsay thee.
It said that no man can gainsay thee. Gainsay means to talk against, to say that's not true, to say, well, all nations can be saved. Well, no, all Israel, they've been cast away by the Lord. They're going to be destroyed. No man can gainsay thee. The Lord, he appointed Israel to be saved, man. So real quick, jump to Additions to Esther chapter 14. 14, I want 11.
Addition to Esther chapter 14 verse 11.
Because the Lord, we understand how he works, man. The Lord, he loves Israel. The Lord, he's saving Israel. The Lord, he told you numerous times in the Old Testament and reconfirming in the New Testament, he's coming to save who? Israel. So we have to understand that when when these heathens, they come against us, when these different nations, they hold crafty counsels, put wicked devices upon us, we was going to it before, Hey, we gotta understand. We have to trust in the Lord, man. We hear all these things on the news, how they're looking to do this, and we see torture techniques, and they got the damn. We hear about them opening up FEMA camps in the middle of Walmart. We're not scared of that. Why? Because we understand that the Lord, He's in control, man. And when you have faith, you understand that. Let's keep reading.
Right.
This is Esther, Slaki.
This in Esther 14, verse 11. O Lord, give not thy scepter unto them that be
So
nothing.
the Lord said, well, Esther was pleading unto the Lord and said, give thy scepter, meaning the power, over them that be nothing. Hey, these heathen, hey, they're nothing, man. The Lord, He has power over everything. And we have to understand that spiritually. Let's keep reading.
And let them not laugh at our fall, but turn their device upon themselves.
What did the Lord say?
Turn their device upon
No,
themselves.
let them do whatever they want.
Turn their device upon
And the
themselves.
Lord is going to come and flip the script. Like we read with in Esther, the 9th chapter, 24 to 25, He turned the device onto Haman's head, man. The same thing He proposed unto Israel, He proposed unto Haman and all of his seed. Let's keep reading.
Right. And make him an example.
And do what?
And make him an example.
And the Lord's coming to make them an example. We understand they're coming to come against us, but the Lord is going to make quick work of them. And we can go into it, but let's keep reading.
That has begun this against us. Remember, O Yahweh, make thyself known in time of our affliction.
What did the Lord say?
Make thyself known in time of our
And
affliction.
like the brother brought out, we have to go through affliction. There is a day called Jacob's trouble, where all the heathen are going to be set against us. Even the world's going to be set against us. But the Lord said, make Himself be known in the time of affliction. The time when He's going to be saving us out of affliction. The time when He's going to be delivering us in famine, tribulation, persecution. He's going to make Himself known in that day. Let's keep reading.
And give me boldness, O King of the nations, and Lord of all power.
And that's all I want. That. So it's plain. We gotta remember the Lord. He's in control of everything, and that's a key point in understanding the feast day of Purim. The whole lot is cast. The lot is cast into the lot, but the whole disposal thereof is of the Lord. So you can bring it out, King.
You got to get.
I could get Jeremiah 2 and 3.
Come.
Say Jeremiah 2 and 3. And it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse number 3. Israel was holiness unto the Lord.
What the Bible say?
Israel was holiness unto the Lord.
Right. And as we know, Israel is the chosen of Yahweh Yahushua.
Right.
And the Most High God, He says Israel is the apple of His eye.
Right.
Right. So that's holiness unto Him. That's who He chose. The whole earth is supposed to look up and protect and look after Israel, right? Because that's the beloved of the Most High. If you know Yahweh Yahushua, you know He's a man of war. If you know Yahweh Yahushua, you know that He doesn't play and you destroy, just like anybody, right? If something is holy unto you, you know, separate, meaning separate, precious unto you, you're not gonna want nobody to destroy it, like your car, your house,
right,
your wife, your children, whatever it may be. And somebody do something to it, what's gonna happen? Go ahead.
Right. And Israel was holiness unto the Lord,
Right.
and the first fruits of His increase.
Right.
All that devour Him shall offend.
What the Bible say?
All that devour Him shall offend.
Right, and all of these nations, they offended Yahweh Yahushua.
Right.
Because why? They devoured Israel. Israel, they put us into slavery. They they still oppressing us to this day.
Right.
All that stuff. So therefore, they offended Yahweh Yahushua. It's not, well, of course they offended us as well, but they offended the Most High God, because the Most High is the one who's in control. He's the one who created everything. So that's what Haman was doing. That's why when you read on Esther, you see what happened to him afterwards. But keep going.
It says, evil shall come upon them.
What the Bible say?
Evil shall come upon them.
Right? And people love to say, oh, Hebrew Israelites, we hate, we this, we that. But hey, man, the Bible says evil gonna come upon you for the things that you do upon the earth.
Right.
Right? Especially to the Israelites. You violate the Israelites, evil gonna come upon you. That's plain and simple. That's the Most High God talking. So you can't get around that. Go ahead.
Evil shall come upon them, saith Yahweh.
Right. And that's the Most High that says that. Let me get Matthew 18 and 6. Welcome to the show.
And it's the book of St. Matthew, chapter 18 and verse 6. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones,
Right.
which believe in me,
Right.
it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck.
Hey, that's Christ talking, right? Christ says you offend, right, the little ones, the ones that believe unto Yahweh Shai, the Israelites. It's better that you wrap your damn millstone around your neck and you jump into the water and drown, man. That's how gruesome it gets.
Right.
So that's why, again, these guys, we see how gruesome it was for Haman, and I don't know if brothers gonna read about it, but we see all the nonsense that went down with Haman. He got violated. Right? He got his whole family, his whole seed line got violated. So that's, again, you can't say, oh, Hebrew Israelites, they preaching hate, they this, that, and the third. We preaching what the Bible says.
Right.
And we letting the people know as well, not just the Israelites, even the heathens, we letting you know, look, you doing nonsense, the Most High gonna judge you, and wickedness gonna happen. Not wickedness, but destruction gonna happen to you, man.
Right.
Go ahead.
It says, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea.
Right.
Woe unto the world because of offenses.
What the Bible say?
Woe unto the world because of offenses.
And the world has offended a whole great deal. Right? They offended the Israelites, i.e. offended the Most High Yahweh Shai. So therefore, hey, man, whoa, destruction gonna come upon the earth. That's why we see World War III. We see the whole earth is being destroyed right now. Real quick, could you hold Isaiah 24? I think I want verse 10. Bible shot.
Come. And this is Isaiah chapter 24 and verse 10. And it reads, the city of confusion is broken down.
Right.
Every house is shut up, that no man may come in.
Right. Keep going.
There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone.
Right. Hey, the mirth of the land is gonna be gone, man. The mirth and everything that everybody's doing out here is gonna be gone. Destruction is coming upon the earth. So these people, they got all hell coming to them. You can rest right here. Go ahead. You can keep going.
Reading on. Woe unto the world because of offenses.
Right.
For it must needs be.
For what?
For it must needs be.
It must need be. When we out here again on the highways and byways, we letting them know, look, destruction has to happen upon the earth. These people, they gotta get destroyed because of all the nonsense that they've done. Go ahead.
For it must needs be
Right.
that offenses come.
Right.
But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh.
By what?
But woe to that man by whom the offense cometh.
Right. Woe to these people by whom these offenses is coming. Right? Because why? These guys, they defy the whole earth. Can you go back to that and jump up to verse 5? Actually, just start at verse 4.
Come. And this is Isaiah 24 and verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away.
What the Bible say?
The earth mourneth and fadeth away.
Right?
The world languisheth and fadeth away. The hardy people of the earth do languish.
Right?
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Right?
Because they have transgressed the laws.
Because what?
Because they have transgressed the laws.
Right?
Changed the ordinance.
Right?
Broken the everlasting covenant.
Right? And we done this as well, right? We transgressed the laws. And these guys, they transgressed the code of the brotherly love law, right? These guys, they put us unto slavery. They don't give a damn about Yahweh Shai. They keep on oppressing us to this day. They doing wickedness. The whole earth is defiled. So the Most High God has to come and destroy them. Keep going.
Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth.
Therefore what?
Therefore the curse hath devoured the earth.
Right, therefore the whole earth is cursed. So that's why, just like back in the day, during the time of Noah, the Most High had to come and cleanse it with what? Water. This time he's coming and cleanse it with fire. Coming and cleanse it with the blood of the same people that keeps on defiling the earth. Israel, the wicked of Israel, and the wicked of these people at the same time. They're going to get destroyed. Go ahead.
And they that dwell therein are desolate.
Right.
Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned.
Right. Hey, that's why destruction is coming upon the earth. Because everybody keeps offending the Most High. And we offend the Most High as well because we kill each other all the time. Right? We kill, and that's Israel. Right? We keep on doing evil to Israel. We keep on oppressing Israel. Right? Because we got our women oppressing us. We got our children oppressing us. We got our men oppressing us. Right? You can't go to certain blocks because why? You just got the wrong colors on, or you from the opposite, so therefore we got beef and things like that. So all these things are reasons for destruction that's coming upon the earth. All these things are reason that the Most High God is actually, especially these Edomites, they got destruction coming upon them. And we seen how Haman, he got a whole bunch of destruction that came upon him. Right? Brothers got it.
You want to go to that?
Brothers.
Let's go to Con.
Con.
We can go to Esther chapter, what is that? 7. That happened.
That's 8.
Yeah, 8, you're right. Let's go to Esther 8. You can start at 5.
This is Esther chapter 8 and verse 5. And said, if it...
Slack it. Esther 7 and 7.
This is Esther chapter 7 and verse 7. And the king arising from the banquet of wine...
Slack, one more time. Start at 5.
Esther chapter 7 and verse 5.
Right, we want to go to the account of what exactly happened to Haman and to his sons, and what's going to happen to all those, like the brother Body was just bringing out, that continue to offend the children of Israel. Right, bring this out, King.
Then the king Ahasuerus answered and said unto Esther the queen, Who is he, and where is he, that does presume in his heart to do so?
Right, because again, the king Ahasuerus, Xerxes the first, he didn't know what was going on. Right, so Esther, she came to him, she let him know, look, Haman, he wants to destroy my people. He wants to oppress my people. Right, read on, King.
And Esther said, the adversary and enemy.
The who?
The adversary and enemy.
Right, adversary in the Hebrew is Shaitan. So this is Hashatan, which is Satan.
Right.
So Haman is considered, he's known as Satan. All the white people of the earth, and like the brother was saying, you got those that saying, oh, y'all just hate the white man. We don't even, sometimes we just teaching, we don't even mention Esau, the white man. Somebody come up and say, oh yeah, I heard y'all hate the white man. Why you hate the white man? Well, they hate us. Didn't the Lord say, I hate those that hate thee, O Yahweh? And let's go to that real quick. In Psalm 137, if I'm not mistaken. No, Psalm 139. Psalm 139, you can start at like, damn, what is that? Let me see real quick. Psalm chapter 139, I think it's 14.
21.
Yeah, 21.
Psalm chapter 139 and verse 21.
Start at 19.
Verse 19. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked.
What the Lord say?
Surely thou wilt slay the wicked.
Hey, the Most High said he's surely going to slay the wicked. And this is David. This is a man after the Most High's own heart. He said, surely you're going to kill all the wicked. Right, read on, King.
O Yahweh, depart from me therefore, ye bloody men. For they speak against thee wickedly.
Right.
And thine enemies take thy name in vain.
Right, read on.
Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee?
Right, and then Nicanor speak boldly against the Most High.
Right.
He said, there's one mighty in the earth, even I am mighty as well. He said that. He said, yeah, there may be one mighty in heaven, but I'm mighty too. He put himself on the same level as the Most High.
Right.
And what happened to Nicanor? He got his head and his arm chopped off. And his head was hung in front of the temple to let all our enemies know not to play with the Most High. Right, read on, King.
And am not I agree with those that rise up against thee? I hate them with perfect hatred.
I what?
I hate them with perfect hatred.
No, we can't hate the white man.
I hate them with perfect hatred.
Deuteronomy 23 and 7 says not to abhor the Edomite.
I hate them with perfect hatred.
Right, read on.
I count them mine enemies.
The Lord said we're going to count them our enemies. We got to understand what's going on in the Bible. Right? We got to understand the Most High. He has things set up for a reason. It's a reason why the children of Israel is against the so-called white man to this day. Because again, when you read the scriptures, it was set up to be so. This was even set up in Genesis, the 4th chapter, if you got ears there. Cain and Abel. This same recurring spirit continues to happen all throughout the scriptures, all throughout the earth. It's playing out throughout history. It's even today in 2024. I was talking to brothers. There is a street in Virginia where over the stretch of like a week, like 3 to 4 Jake were just found missing. And these police officers that's just killing these Jake and burying them in the woods and saying that the brothers, they was depressed, so they popped some pills and went to the woods and killed themselves. Long and behold, it's been coming out that the police officers just killing them for no reason, burying their body in the woods and just telling their family that they took pills and killed themselves. How 4 different brothers from the same block they don't have much of a connection, but all of them just dying in these woods and taking pills and killing themselves. But the police officers know exactly where their bodies is at. It's madness. The Lord willing, if you can look into the story on your own, like I said, this is happening in Virginia right now. So the things that Haman wanted to do, it's happening even to today. But let's go back to Esther, chapter 7.
Esther chapter 7 and verse 6. And Esther said, the adversary and enemy is this wicked Haman. Then Haman was afraid before the king and the queen. And the king, arising from the banquet of wine in his wrath, went into the palace garden, and Haman stood up to make request for his life to Esther the queen. For he saw that there was evil determined against him by the king.
All right, read on.
Then the king returned out of the palace garden into the place of the banquet of wine, and Haman was fallen upon the bed whereon Esther was.
Right.
Then said the king, will he force the queen also before me in the house?
Right. He said, he going to rape my woman too?
Right.
You want to kill the people. You want to kill the Jews. You also going to rape my queen as well? Right, read on, King.
As the word went out of the king's mouth, they covered Haman's face. And Harbonah, one of the chamberlains, and before the king, behold also the gallows 50 cubits high, which Haman had made for Mordecai, who had spoken good for the king, standeth in the house of Haman. Then the king said, hang him thereon.
Do what?
Hang him thereon.
Right, read on.
So they hanged Haman on the gallows that he had prepared for Mordecai. Then was the king's wrath pacified.
And what's the reason why Haman even hated Mordecai to begin with? Let's see. This is the same reason why Esau hates us to this day.
Right.
Let's go to this in Esther chapter 3 verse 1.
This is Esther chapter 3 and verse 1. And after these things did King Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite, and advanced him and set his seat above all the princes that were with him.
As soon as you give Esau some power, they take it and run with it.
Right.
It fills up to their white, or not even white, their red, scarlet color head. And let's continue.
And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reverenced Haman.
They did what?
Bowed and reverenced Haman.
Right, read on.
For the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not.
No, he bowed down.
But Mordecai bowed not.
No, Benjamin is off.
But Mordecai bowed not.
Right, read on.
Nor did him reverence.
No, Mordecai did not bow down.
Right.
And that's the whole thing. When you don't bow down to the so-called white man, when you don't accept his society and his system, now you're priority number one. You're the public enemy number one in this society. We don't bow down. We don't get down with his festivities. We don't buy on the Shabbat. We don't participate in eating pork. We don't do these different customs that they keep. Therefore, we're against this society. We're considered domestic terrorists because we want to read and keep the Bible, keep the laws of the Bible, because we want to keep the law, statutes, and commandments of our Father, which is greater than him. But he wants to think that he's the Most High and we need to bow down and worship him. See, that's where you got the game messed up.
Right.
We serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and after 1,000 years, they're never going to be able to get right with the Most High. So the Lord is going to exterminate all Esau off the face of the earth. Let's read on, King.
Come on. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, why transgressest thou the king's commandment? Now it came to pass, when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, that they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand.
They thought by telling Haman, Mordecai's going to switch up. That's what it said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Haman, and we're going to see if he's still like that. Let's see what happens, though.
For he had told them that he was a Jew. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath.
Then what?
Then was Haman full of wrath.
Right, read on.
It's like,
You can jump to 6. That's the last one.
Con. 6?
Yeah.
Con. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had shewed him the people of Mordecai, wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of Ahasuerus, even the people of Mordecai.
Right. So after not bowing down, now again we're considered the public enemy number one. Right. He wanted to destroy all the Jews. Let's go to Psalm chapter 3 and verse 1. I'm gonna get a few more down passage. Psalm 3 and 1. And this is set up from the beginning. Even they thought the same thing. Remember, this is written that was going to happen to Yahushua. That they would try to destroy Yahushua for no reason. No reason at all. Right? Bring this out in Psalm 3 and 1.
This is Psalm chapter 3 and verse 1. Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me.
And we have many enemies. There's many adversaries that we have. It's not just one Haman, not one sole God. You have these elites that's behind closed doors. We don't know all their names. We don't know the hundreds of thousands of them that is out there. They have different meetings and they're in different secret societies, but we don't know their name per se. Because guess what? Now we have the whole world against us. The whole world hates us. They say that we're causing anarchy. They're going to try to tie certain things together to pinpoint us as the true authors of all evil in the earth. When from the beginning, they've been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews. They tell you that in 2 Maccabees 7:31. Right, read on, King?
Many there be which say in my soul, there is no help for him in Yahweh, but thou, O Lord, art a shield for me.
But what?
But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me.
Right, read on.
My glory and the lifter up of mine head.
Right, so the Most High is going to save us and deliver us from our enemies. Can you jump to 7?
Verse 7. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone.
The Lord is going to smite somebody upon the cheekbone is do what? Right, he's going to punch all our enemies. That's what the Most High is going to do. He might backhand slap all our enemies. And he's going to burn up all our enemies like I tell you in Sirach, the 7th chapter. He's going to wrap them all up in tow and burn them. That's what's coming to this earth. The judgment that's written. Why? Because they come against us and the Most High is going to defend us. But for you to be defended by the Most High, you therefore got to be standing with the Lord. And don't forget that. Don't just think, oh yeah, we had a brother that came out. He just wanted to hear about the destruction of the enemies. We telling the brother, well, brother, you got to make sure you're getting right. Because as though you want the destruction of the enemies, if you ain't right with the Lord, you're going to be a part of that, brother. Remember, the Lord is going to destroy all of his enemies. To be the Lord's enemy is you going against the Most High. So whether you coming against his children or those that's a part of his children that's going against him. Right, you can read on, King.
Come. Thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly.
You can rest right there. I want this last verse. Let's go to John chapter 15 and verse 25.
And this is John 15 and verse 25. But this cometh to pass, that the word might be fulfilled that is written in their law. They hated me without a cause.
And there's no cause really why Esau hates us.
Right.
He sold his birthright to us. We didn't steal it from him. We didn't rob him.
Hit him over the head.
Yeah, we didn't hit him over the head. He was lusting after some food. And Jake know how to cook. Brothers know how to cook. Right? I'm going to say that. Brothers know how to cook. Right? So our forefathers whipping it up in the kitchen. And it just so happened that he wanted it. He said, look, well, give me your birthright. Do you want this? Give me your birthright. And he sold his birthright like a fool. So that's the foolishness of him, of Esau, yet he's still in infatuation with wanting to destroy us and hating us so bad or based off something that he did in his own self. And like we said, it was predestinated already, but he got to deal with it. So like the Lord just said, they hated me without a cause. There's no reason why Esau hates us, but guess what? That lot is going to be turned upon his own head, just like it happened to Amon. The brothers got to do.
Okay, brother, go to 1 Ezra chapter 5 and verse 66.
The book of 1 Ezra, chapter 5 and 66. Wherefore, when the enemies...
When the enemies...
And we have enemies, man. We keep breaking it down. And brothers should understand being in his truth for so long. You have enemies in his truth. The brother, he just went through all of it. These heathen, they hate us, man. They hate us. Let's keep reading.
Wherefore, when the enemies of the tribe of Judah and Benjamin heard it, they came to know what that noise of trumpets should mean.
And that's what they're doing right now, man. They come up to us. They say, what's going on? Why are you guys out here? Right. Are you a band, a circus? Are you some type of damn show, sideshow? Because they're interested to know what we're doing. Why you have 20 deep brothers and fringes in order breaking down the Bible to the own people, man. They want to know what's going on. Why? Because we're spiritually building up the temple.
Right.
But it didn't say the friends came over. or the helpers or the people that are going to support them, it said they're enemies. Let's keep reading.
And they perceived that they that were of the captivity did build the temple unto the Lord God of Israel.
And that's what they perceive in their heart and in the spirit. It cuts the spirit when they see that. When they see our people getting in order. They don't like it. They might say, oh, that's cool, and I read the Bible too, and I believe in Christ, but they get hurt, man. Why? Because there are enemies. Let's keep reading.
Right. Verse 68. So they went to Zerubbabel and
How was
Jesus.
How was that?
Well,
Come on, I got you.
yeah.
Come on.
And Haushai and Hosea.
Right.
And to the chief of the families, and said unto them, we will build together with you.
What did the enemy say?
We will build together with you.
And that's why we can't be, especially if you're watching this video, because I'm sure every brother here is 10 toes down. We can't be persuaded by the craftiness of our enemies, man. Saying they want to build with us, man. And we just had Jehovah's Witnesses come up to us this morning to try to so-called build with us. Right. We want to give you guys the good news. Tell you guys about what's going on. Let's go over here and show you that God, he came to, I forgot what they were saying, but it was madness, man. They're trying to build, man. But that's how they operate, in craftiness. Let's keep reading.
Right. So they went to Zerubbabel and Jesus.
You can jump down to 69.
Okay, come. Verse 69. For we likewise as ye do obey your Lord.
And they say that. They say, what sort of the Lord? We believe in Jesus. And then they'll pull out a Bible. It might be New Testament only, but, you know, they'll try to say their things. So let's keep reading.
And do sacrifice unto him from the days of Asbazareth, the king of the Assyrians, who brought us hither. Then Zerubbabel and Jesus and the chief of the families of Israel said unto them, it is not for us and you to build together.
No, we have to love them.
It is not for us and you to build together.
No, they're not our enemies.
It is not for us and you to build together.
And we have to understand it and get out of this. You know, we're going to, lack a better term, well, I don't want to say it. But, you know, the raccoon mindset, man. We're going to say that.
Right.
You say,
I think you can say it.
Coconuts.
Yeah. We're going to keep
brown on the outside,
Right.
white on the inside.
You got to get off of that mindset, man. We're allowed to hate the heathen. Let's go to, real quick, hold that and go to Additions to Esther chapter 14, verse 15. We have to
14?
get 14, verse 15. Yeah.
Addition to Esther 14 and 15.
You have to get off that mindset, man. Thinking that all these heathen, well, some of them are good. And I had this co-worker, he was an Edomite, he was nice. And this co-worker, he was an Arab, he was nice to me. Oh, there are enemies. And in the time of trouble, they will show you the wickedness.
Right.
Go to Addition to Esther 14, 15.
Addition to Esther chapter 14, verse 15. Thou knowest all things, O Lord. Thou knowest that I hate the glory of the unrighteous.
So the Esther said that she hates the glory of the unrighteous. The unrighteous being the wicked of the world. And we know who that is according to Job 9:24. Let's keep reading.
And abhor the bed of the uncircumcised.
Now the uncircumcised is talking about the heathen. Those that weren't in the covenant of Abraham with the circumcision. Let's keep reading.
And of all the heathen.
And of all who?
And the heathen.
And of what?
And of all the heathen.
No, Deuteronomy 23 and verse 7.
And of all the heathen.
So we're allowed to hate the heathen. There are enemies.
Right.
And we have to perceive them as that. We have to perceive them as people that shouldn't be building with us. People that we should be aware of because we know in the time of trouble they're going to come against us. Let's go back to that in Ezra. It's going to tell you that, man. As soon as you separate yourselves from them, they're going to show you the colors, man. And we understand to walk into this kingdom, there has to be a separation. You're not going to walk in with your Ammonite friend from the world. Well, yeah, me and him, we both like damn Tokyo and cars. No, we have to be separate. We got to be set apart, man. You know, we understand Leviticus 20 and 26, and on a deeper level, we got to understand it applies to our nation as well. Let's keep reading. Saki, go to first Ezra.
First Ezra chapter 5 and verse 70. Then Zerubbabel and Jesus and the chief of the families of Israel said unto them, it is not for us and you to build together an house unto the Lord our God. We ourselves alone will build unto the Lord of Israel.
So we understand we as Israelites, we have to build ourselves alone. Why? Because we have actual enemies. We weren't placed into the world to be amongst the world, man. We were placed to be set apart from the world. Let's keep reading.
According as Cyrus, the king of the Persians, has commended us, but the heathen of the Lord,
Read it one more time.
but the heathen of the land,
The who?
but the heathen of the
So
land.
it tells you who these enemies are. You know, some might say, well, it was Jake. The enemies of Judah and Benjamin were Jake. You know, the wicked of northern kingdom. No, it was the heathen of the land. Did what?
But the heathen of the land lying heavy upon the inhabitants of Judah.
They said they lied heavy upon the inhabitants of Judah. I mean, they weren't laying up on them, man. You know, let's keep reading.
And holding them straight, hindered their building.
What did the heathen want to do?
Hindered their
They
building.
want to hinder the building.
Right.
They don't want us to be built up, man. That's why they come up. You know, the brother Gadol had a mighty shirt of that Edomite that came up trying to cause confusion. I don't know what brother made that shirt, but it's mighty, man. Yeah, the Edomite tried to come up and cause confusion, say, I love Jesus, he's crying. A body was dealing with him, I believe, man. Yeah. You gotta check out that video.
He was teaching.
Yeah, he was teaching that day. You gotta check out that video. But you have
Subscribe to WFI New York. Or on YouTube.
I believe it's on their channel, right?
Uh.
Yeah, that's a mighty video. But you have heathen like that would try to hinder the building. They're trying everything they can do to get brothers to falter. The brothers say, well, man, I feel bad for him, man. He was crying. You know, he has a family, a wife, and a kid. Man, I feel bad, man. No, we don't feel bad, man. Why? Because in their heart, they want to hinder the building. They don't want us to become a nation. Let's keep reading.
Right. But the heathen of the land lying heavy upon the inhabitants of Judea and holding them straight hindered their building, and by their secret plots.
And by what?
Their secret plots.
And they have secret plots, man. Stop thinking that, well, he's just an Edomite. He know nothing. They try whatever they can, man. You know, they might come up acting like they don't know nothing, but they really do. They'll have secret plots to try to overthrow brethren, man. Overthrow this building. Keep reading.
And popular persuasions.
And what?
And
popular persuasions.
And they're real crafty with the tongue, man. Real crafty. They'll have popular persuasions. They'll set things up, try to get brothers off track. Hey, they're trying to do this even today, man. But, hey, man, we're not going to fall for it, man. Let's keep reading.
And commotions, they hindered the finishing of the building all the time that King Cyrus lived.
And that's the point of being on this earth. Being in this world right now is to hinder the building that we are doing right now. That's the whole purpose. The whole purpose is to build with them. It's for them to hinder us from being built up and coming back to the Lord. You can finish it. I got one more too.
So they were hindered from building for the space of 2 years until the reign of Darius.
So go to Habakkuk 2 and 4, the classic. Because we got to understand, you know, well, we understand our enemies, but we have to understand how they operate. Habakkuk 2 and 4. Because these men, you know, that are our enemies are wicked, man. You know, it's wicked. It's in their spirit to want to destroy us from being a nation. And we have to really understand that spiritually and grasp upon it. So bring it out, Ken.
It's Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4.
And quick note, and this is why the Lord has to destroy them. You know, you read in Wisdom of Solomon, so that people will accept both the salvation of the righteous and also the destruction of the enemy. There has to be an enemy in this case. So let's keep reading.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Is what?
Is not upright in him.
So the souls in our enemies are not upright. They're meant to, they were put upon this earth to be our adversary. Like the brother was going to before. Hashatan, which just means Satan. Let's keep reading.
But the just shall live by his faith.
Read the next verse.
Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine.
What's popular persuasions?
Transgresseth by
The
wine.
commotion.
Transgresseth by wine.
And this man, he'll transgress by wine. The wine being his philosophy, his doctrine, his religion, his commotions, the persuasions. He's going to do that to try to get us off track, to try to hinder the building. Try to throw, like we said, the Jehovah Witness, man. Try to transgress with the wine. Let's keep reading.
Right. Transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man.
He is a what?
A proud man.
And they're proud people.
Right.
So we have to understand how our enemies operate and that they are going to come against us. So that's all I got. Brothers got it.
Can I get addition to Esther 16 and 5?
And it's the book of Additions to Esther, chapter 16 and verse 5. Oftentimes also fair speech of those that are put in trust to manage their friends' affairs.
Right?
It says, had caused many that are in authority to be partakers of innocent blood.
Right, and that's how Esau operates, man. Their fair speech, that's their tongue. That's their, that, like I said, throughout the whole scripts, these got the wicked, their tongue, that's their weapon, man. These guys, their fair speech, their democracy, and we see it throughout the whole earth, how these guys, they go land to land to land, they lie, but in their heart is wickedness, is destruction, is war. Right, that's what they did to the so-called natives. Right, our northern kingdom that was over here already. That's what they did to everybody. Well, even to the Arabs. Even right here, this Ahasuerus, this Artaxerxes is talking right here. He's letting them know that look, this guy Haman is wicked as hell. Through his fair speech, he had me going. He had me thinking that these giving him authority so that he could go and destroy whomever his enemy is. And the whole time he didn't know that it was the Jews. He's about to destroy the Jews when you read this whole chapter, that's what Artaxerxes is letting him know, right? Letting people know, look, these guys, they actually wicked, man. Right? These guys, their tongue, that's what they use, their policies, their laws. Daniel 8:25, what is it? First Maccabees 4:8 on down. Right, these guys is it second Maccabees 4? First Maccabees 4. Right? These guys, that's what they use. These guys, that's what they use, their speech. That's how they gain the whole earth. Keep going.
Reading on. It says, and had enwrapped them in
Actually, read that part again. Has caused many.
Had caused many that are in authority to be partakers of innocent blood, and had enwrapped them and remediless calamities.
Remediless.
Yeah,
remediless
right.
Calamities. That's how we know how when Jake is cooning, Jake is being coconuts or whatever, you partaking in remediless calamities, man. That's why 2/3 has to get put down. Right. That's why these other heathens as well, they got to get put down because they got caught up in remediless calamities. Right? They have the Arabs. They funded what for the slave trade? What they funded?
Sub-Saharan slave trade?
Yeah, no, they did that, but 1619 or whatever. What did they give for the boats? I know the Jewish gave the money.
Right.
Who gave the wood?
Arabs.
The Arabs gave the wood. Oh, everybody they partook. Yeah.
Right.
So these guys, they partook in a remediless calamity. So these guys, they have destruction coming upon them as well. Keep going.
It's verse 6. Beguiling with the falsehood and deceit of their lewd disposition, the innocency and goodness of princes.
See that? These guys, they beguile people. And then now when you partake and you cooning, you say, man, there's some good white people. There's no such thing as good white folks, man. Why? Because these guys, they themselves, they partake in the calamities. Yeah, they don't run the whole country. It's not them that had us so. Let's say one of them didn't necessarily have us in chains, but their forefathers did, their uncles, cousin, or the people that run this country who look like them, and they partake. They have that white privilege or that privilege per se, even Chinese or whatever, right? They partake in the nonsense that went down over here. They never went against it, right? Because just like Artaxerxes right here, he went once he found out what Haman was doing. He found out who Haman was going after, and found out what Mordecai did for the kingdom for him. He was like, look, we're gonna turn. I'm good throw it. We're gonna turn this thing against Haman. Right, he went against Haman and things like that. So that's what the people. If you want to say, "Oh, we're good people," we had nothing to do with it. You would have to turn against the government, turn against the elites, turn against this, that, and third. But you too comfortable in your privilege, right? Or you coons as well. You too comfortable getting your $1 billion, your $1 million, and all that stuff. You don't want to fuck you. It's like it, but you don't want to mess up your money. That's what I don't want to mess up my pocket. You messing up with my pockets over here, right? When we was teaching in the Bronx, dude, we was teaching. Dude, he wasn't even having no sales with the t-shirt guy. Dude was like, yo, you messing up my pocket over here, man. You messing up all my customers. But dude, you partaking, you breaking the Sabbath. You got crazy calamities coming to you because you're breaking the Sabbath. You partaking in the nonsense, man. So all these guys, you gotta mind their whenever they talking, right? Their tongue. These guys, they got a bunch of lies and deception coming your way, and these things they're gonna make you're gonna go into covenant with them, and before you know, you're gonna get destroyed with them as well.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 7. Now you may see this as we have declared, not so much.
Actually, jump to 10, Bob Bishop.
Verse number 10. It says, for Haman and Macedonian.
Right? Haman, that's the same guy. Haman, Haman, however you want to say it. A Macedonian, a Grecian, a Greek, a damn Alexander the Great, the freak. Right? Go ahead.
The son of Amata,
Right.
being indeed a stranger from the Persian blood,
Right.
and far distant from our goodness,
Right.
and as a stranger received of us,
Right.
had so far forth obtained the favor that we shew toward every nation, as that he was called our father, and was continually honored of all men, as the next person unto the king.
Right? So Artaxerxes is letting you know, look, I took care of this man. I
Right.
made him second to me and all that. This wicked Haman, this guy came and he spoke a good game and all that stuff. This is why you got to be aware of your enemies. Right? Keep going.
But he, not bearing his great dignity,
Right.
went about to deprive us of our kingdom and life.
And this is the goal of every so-called white folks. Right? That's why they go when they go to Iran, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, where else they go? China,
Right.
South Korea, North Korea. They going to deprive these people of their kingdom and life. They did it to us. Right? Once they got a taste for the blood. Yo, we did it to the people of the Most High. We could do it to the whole earth.
Right.
That's what these guys, that's their goal. So these guys, they going around trying to deprive people of their right, of their human rights. Right? That's how wicked these people are. And we see their track record throughout the whole earth. Keep going.
One second. They call it manifest destiny.
Yeah.
Khan.
It's the Most High ordained them to do that.
Yeah. I mean, technically,
Yeah.
we low-key could agree that Most High did give them
Right.
that blessing by the sword. But like it says, all the offense must come, but woe to them by whom the offense come. That's Matthew 18:6, like we read earlier. Right? Go ahead.
Verse
But
30.
you had something you want to say?
No.
Con.
Verse 13. Having by manifold and cunning deceits sought of us the destruction.
You see that? Cunning deceits. That's how these guys function. They gonna look at you like, I could get this guy this way. I could get this guy that way. They love this, that, and the third.
Right.
I'm gonna get them. Right? Cunning deceits. That's why they come so soft. They gonna give you a little strange, a little change for you to do something strange.
Right.
That's how they say it. Right? So you gotta be aware of your enemies. Keep going.
As well of Mordecai, who saved our life and continually procured our good, as also of blameless Esther, partaker of our kingdom with their whole nation.
Right?
By these, for by these means he thought, finding us destitute of friends, to have translated the kingdom of the Persian to the Macedonians.
And that's what Esau tried to do throughout the whole earth. And that's why now you see these Iran, Lebanon, the Houthis,
Right.
all these guys. Nah, you're not finna take our land, the Palestinian. You're not finna take this thing and turn it into your own and the democracy and make it your own thing like you did to these Hebrew Israelites, to these black people. Right. You're not gonna do us like you did them. Right. And this is what Artaxerxes is like, yo, this guy, he came in trying to translate the kingdom from our hand to them, to his people. That was the goal of Haman. That's the goal of all Edomites. Whenever they go to Jamaica, Haiti, Cuba, DR, wherever they going, that's what these guys do, man. Right? That's what these guys do. I'm almost done. We could read on.
Reading on. It says, but we find that the Jews whom this wicked wretch
Right?
had delivered to utter destruction are no evildoers.
Or no what?
Are no evildoers.
Right?
But live by most just laws.
Right, and we do. the laws of Yahweh Shai is the most just laws. We're not evildoers. We're not looking to do anything crazy. We just telling you, look, man gotta be with a woman. Woman gotta be with a man. Children gotta be here. This, that, and third. This the food we could eat, because the other food is bad for you. Is actually gonna kill you.
Right.
And how we dress as kings, royalty, like, you know, we gotta be fly and things like that. Fringes, all that stuff. So, and this is how we this simple laws, man. We live by the most how you say, most just laws.
Right.
And we tell you gotta love each other. And the laws tell you don't abhor the heathens. Right? We're not doing nothing abominable to the heathens. But now these guys, they come in and do crazy stuff. They don't want us to live by those laws. They don't want us to be blessed by those laws. By Yahweh Shem outside. Keep going.
Reading on. And that they be children of the Most High.
Right.
And most mighty living God.
Right.
Who had ordered the kingdom both unto us and to our progenitors in the most excellent manner.
And this guy, he recognized the Most High through understanding that we're the chosen, right? He understood he was a dog like that. Like he understood he was a heathen, and the Most High is the one that rules in the kingdom of men, right? He understand all that stuff. So right here is giving glory, which is what ultimately what all these heathens are supposed to do, right? And will be doing. Only Esau not gonna be doing that, right? Keep going.
Reading on. It says, wherefore.
Actually, jump to verse. Jump to verse 21. Well, actually 19.
Verse 19. Therefore ye shall publish the copy of this letter in all places.
Right.
That the Jews may freely live.
That what?
That the Jews may freely live.
Right.
After their own laws.
Right. And this is the right of the Israelites. And this is the right of the Israelites, the true sovereigns of the earth. We gotta live by our own laws. And our laws is the utmost just and righteous laws that any society, any government could have. Right? This thing right here. Keep going.
And ye shall aid them that even the same day, being the 13th day of the 12th month Adar,
right,
they may be avenged on them who in the time of their affliction shall set upon them.
Hey, the heathens are supposed to keep the Purim. They will be keeping the Purim.
Right.
And they say, look, this letter right, look, everybody, because these guys, they were over the whole earth at that time. Persian, it means an empire. So these guys said, look, everybody got to keep the Purim, celebrating the victory of the Jews over their enemies. Right? Keep going.
For Almighty Yahweh had turned to joy unto them the day wherein the chosen people should have perished.
Right.
Ye shall therefore among your solemn feasts keep it in a high day with all feasting.
Hey, these guys along their 4th of July's, we know it's wickedness, but along their feast days, along their all the feasts, America and the whole earth, the Arabs, Chinese, amongst the Chinese New Year, all that, they supposed to keep the Purim.
Right.
And we're gonna read on, we're gonna see what's gonna happen to those that don't keep it out of the mouth of the king. But we know the hearts of the king,
it's in the hand of Most
it's in the hand of the Most High. Proverbs 21:1. But go ahead. Keep going.
Verse 23. That both
we're gonna see how he prophesied even against his own people, even against himself in so-called 2024. Go ahead.
That both now and hereafter there may be safety to us in the well-affected Persians.
Right, and this is exactly, see that we understand the Most High is the Most High, and He gave these guys a victory over their enemies, and they ordained this day, and we're supposed to keep this day, this Purim day, and if we don't, if we do, we're gonna be safe, right? Because we're gonna be under the Israelites' umbrella, right? But go ahead.
But to those who do conspire against us, a memorial of destruction.
Keep going.
Therefore,
right,
every city,
every
city,
uh-huh,
and country,
right,
whatsoever which shall not do according to these things,
right,
shall be destroyed.
Shall be what?
Shall be destroyed.
Uh-huh.
Without mercy.
Without what?
Without mercy.
With what?
With fire and sword.
With what?
With fire and sword.
So these heathens, the whole earth right now, supposed to be keeping Purim.
Right.
These guys, they don't keep it, they gonna get destroyed with fire and sword. Again, it's not us. These guys, they prophesied against their own selves in 2024. We didn't say, look, we gonna make it like this, that. Nah, Artaxerxes himself is prophesying right here. And we know the Most High used anything. He used a donkey at one point, right? He could use the heathen, he could use Israelites, he could use women, he could use children, whatsoever, whomever. Right here, he prophesying, he's saying, look, you don't keep this thing, you're gonna get destroyed without mercy, with fire and sword. This is why, again, the whole earth has to get destroyed. This is how mighty Purim is, man. This is a time for us to rejoice, the time that we see that the Most High delivered us. And because he delivered us back then, we know he's going to deliver us right now.
Right.
And we're seeing that the destruction is coming upon these people, man. The earth, because of all the atrocities they did upon our people. Go ahead, finish it.
And shall be made not only unpassable for men,
Right.
but also most hateful to wild beasts and fowls forever.
Hey, and this is going to be that lake of fire. This is going to be this place right here, Babylon the Great. It's not going to be inhabited by nobody. And this place is going to be destroyed forever, man.
Right.
Come on.
All praise to the Most High. You brothers want to get that closing precepts?
Yeah, I got a precept.
Come on, you got it.
Can I better read 1 Kings 11, start at verse 14?
I got you. And it's the book of 1 Kings, chapter 11 and verse 14. And Yahweh stirred up an adversary unto Solomon.
Right, an adversary, like you said earlier, Hashatan, like, you know, adversary, that's another adversary that we read on.
It says Hadad the Edomite.
The what?
Hadad the Edomite.
Right, we keep reading about the adversary being the Edomites, right?
Right.
Read on.
He was of the king's seed in Edom. For it came to pass when David was in Edom, and Joab, the captain of the host, was going up to bury the slain, after he had smitten every male in Edom.
After you had what?
After he had smitten every male in Edom.
So David said in Psalms 139, he hates them with a perfect hatred, and he also has works behind that to show that he's not just about his words saying I'm gonna hate them, but I'm gonna actually go through with that and actually pursue them. Right. He was trying to make them go extinct, right? But that read on.
For 6 months did Joab remain there with all Israel until he had cut off every male in Edom.
After you had what?
After he had cut off every male in Edom.
Read.
That Hadad fled.
Right. So he fled. There was just one Edomite that fled, right? Because it wasn't that time for them to become extinct, but
Right.
David wanted them to become extinct. You know, that was his goal. He hated them, right? So, that's it on that.
Come on. Is that anything, King?
Con. Okay, brother, get this is Esther, chapter 13.
Okay. Everybody get that. I'm holding something.
Con. Oh, 10.
13 and what?
13 verse 12.
Addition to Esther, chapter 13, verse 12. Thou knowest all things, and thou knowest, Lord, that it was neither in contempt nor pride, nor for any desire of glory, that I did not bow down to proud Ammon.
No, I can bow down to Esau.
I did not bow down to proud Ammon.
I can let them do whatever they want to me.
I did not bow down to proud Ammon.
Hey, so we have to remember, as we go through this and we recall the accounts of our enemies, we have to remember how our forefathers stood tall for the Lord, how they stood tall. And like I said, it wasn't for pride, for vainglory, but it was out of him knowing that Haman, he's nothing. The Edomites are nothing. The only person we'll bow down to is Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man.
Right.
That's the only thing we'll bow down to. So let's keep reading.
For I could have been content with goodwill for the salvation of Israel to kiss.
So he said, look, I would have been content with the goodwill of the salvation of Israel to what?
To kiss the soles of his feet.
To kiss the soles of his feet. I mean, if he kisses souls, Israel will be okay. You know, he'll kind of let everything be bygone.
Right.
But let's keep reading.
But I did this that I might not prefer the glory of men.
Why are we in this truth?
I did this that I might not prefer the glory of
We
men.
don't prefer the glory of man. We don't care about what man says, what man thinks, what man does. It's all about Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Right.
We have to remember why we're in this truth. As we recall the accounts of our enemies, as we continue on, it's not for the glory of man. It's for the glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You can finish it, okay?
But the glory of God,
But the glory of who?
of God,
What's his name?
Of
Yahweh.
The glory of Yahweh.
Right.
Read.
Neither will I worship any but thee, O Yahweh. Neither will I do it in pride.
So we gotta remember who we serve in these last days. We're not serving Satan. We're not serving Edomites. We're not serving the Ishmaelite our job. The Elamite, that's the big boss. He comes around and he says, hey, look, I need you to work on Saturday. I need you to do this extra OT. No, we don't worship man. We worship Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And we have to remember that as we recall the accounts of our enemies and how the Lord will deliver us from those enemies. I got one more. This is the Esther chapter 10. Is it the one?
Yes, man.
Con. Verse 8.
This in the Esther chapter 10 and verse 8.
So, Slucky. Yeah, verse 8.
And the nations were those that were assembled to destroy the name of the Jews.
So, to get into context, this is Mordecai breaking down the dream he had of the two dragons, which were him and Haman, and the nations that were set against to destroy Israel. Let's keep reading.
And my nation is this Israel, which cried to God.
Which did what?
Which cried to God.
We have to cry to God. We have to continuously put forth our voice, our supplication of prayers unto the Lord, so He can deliver us. We can't do this on our own. Hey, you know, the brother Yashar, man, that's a mighty brother, the brother Nehemiah, but they can't do this by themselves, man. They can't plow through 10,000 Edomites and make the way to the kingdom. Hey, we need Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, man. Let's keep reading.
And were saved, for Yahweh has saved his people.
For who?
For Yahweh has saved his people.
So we can't save ourselves. That's why we have to remember to continue to trust upon the Lord. Let's keep reading.
And Yahweh has delivered us from all those evils. And Yahweh has wrought signs and great wonders, which has not been done among the Gentiles.
No, everybody could be saved.
Which had not been done among the Gentiles.
We call this the rocket launcher.
Which had not been done among the Gentiles.
Well, no. But yeah, come. But we call this the rocket launcher. You know, this will dissipate everything that people try to come up against and say, well, everyone could be saved and the Lord loves everybody. The Lord is only dealing with Israel. So you can keep reading, King.
Therefore has he made two lots, one for the people of God.
One for who?
One for the people of God.
Those that repent, endure, and keep the faith unto the end. Read.
And another for all the Gentiles.
So there's two lots. Let's keep reading.
And these two lots came at the hour and time and day of judgments before the Most High among all nations. So God remembered his people.
No, the Edomites were able to destroy us.
So God remembered his people.
All the Jews were put to death.
So God remembered his people.
Read.
And justified his inheritance.
That's all I want, man. The Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will always remember Israel. Always. So
You got it, King.
Kind of just one. Second Maccabees 1:27.
and this is 2 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 27. Gather these together that are scattered from us.
What we pray for?
Gather those together that are scattered from us.
Right, and it's the desires of our heart, the desires of the Israelites, the desires of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, is for the Israelites to be gathered who are scattered all throughout the corners, four corners of the earth. Go ahead.
Deliver them that serve among the heathen.
Do what?
Deliver them that serve among the heathen.
Right, being gathered and to be delivered from servitude amongst the heathens, because we are servants among them. Brothers got work tomorrow, later on tonight. Brothers got this feast day. We're rejoicing, but we got clocked back into reality, man. Right. So we gotta stop. We pray for that day, right, when the Most High gonna deliver us from serving among the heathens. Go ahead.
Look upon them that are despised,
right,
and abhorred, and let the heathen know that thou art our God.
Let them what?
And let the heathen know that thou art our God.
Right, and in those days they're gonna know that Yahweh is our God. Just like Artaxerxes recognized, the Most High is the God of the Israelites, and we gotta serve him. And just like all these heathens, they're gonna know that in those days, in that day when the Most High is gonna deliver the Israelites, the righteous of the Israelites, the elected, selected of the Israelites, and they're gonna know that the Most High, he rules among all men. He rules over the whole earth. Go ahead.
Punish them that oppress us.
What we pray for?
Punish them that oppress us.
Hey man, again, it's not us per se. It's the scriptures. If somebody could just say, hey, it's in the scripts, we can't refute it. And yes, we do pray for that too, man, because they gotta get punished, right? For them that keep on oppressing us unrighteously, man. Go ahead.
And with pride do us wrong.
Right.
Plant thy people again in thy holy place.
Right.
As Moses has spoken. And the priest sung songs of thanksgiving.
And the what?
And the priest sung songs of thanksgiving. Now when the sacrifice was consumed.
That's right. Hey, we're gonna be singing psalms in Thanksgiving. We're gonna be praising Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua in those days, man. When the Most High puts us back together, and we're praising Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua for what he did for us back in those days, during the time of Artaxerxes and Haman and them. Happy Purim. What is it? Ashab Purim.
All praise to the Most High. Let's go to Dishes of Esther, chapter 12 and verse 6. Right before we get our very last closing precept, I want to show you something real quick through the Spirit. Remember, we can't be slothful in our work. Right? If the Lord charged you to do something, you have to do it, because what you don't do, that can affect the rest of the nation. So bring this out real quick.
This is the Dishes of Esther, chapter 12 and verse 6.
Yeah, I got it.
Come.
This in Esther chapter 12 and verse 6. Howbeit, Ammon, the son of Amadatha, the Agagite.
The who?
The Agagite.
Right. Haman, he's the son of Amatha, or Amathia, whatever that Edomite's name is. Yeah. That's good. But nevertheless, he's an Agathite, meaning his father is Agag. Now let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 15 and verse 6. See, through the Spirit, you had Mordecai, who's a Benjamite, who destroyed the son of, Haman, who's the son of, his grandfather is actually Agag. Now, Agag was supposed to be destroyed by another Benjamite king that we had, right, by Saul. And through Saul's disobedience and not destroying Agag, Agag's grandson, which is Haman, he almost destroyed all of the Jews. So when you slothful in work, when you slothful in whatever the Most High put on your plate, that can affect the entire nation. It might not affect you per se directly. It may not even affect your son, but it could be a third and fourth generation. Right. So we got to keep that in mind as well. Through our forefathers' disobedience, now we got Amalek running wild. They took your heritage. They want to destroy all of us. That's what the ADL is about, the Anti-Defamation League, the Anti-Jew League, Anti-Semitic. All these different things is all set up all because of Saul didn't do what he's supposed to do. Bring this out, King.
1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 6. And Saul said unto the Kenites, Go, depart, get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For ye showed kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt. So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comest to Shur, that is over Egypt. And he took Agag.
And he did what?
And he took Agag,
right? Agag,
the king of the Amalekites, alive.
Amalek, right?
And utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
Right.
But Saul and the people spared Agag, and the best of the sheep, and the oxen, and the fatlings, and the lambs, and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them.
And would what?
And would not utterly destroy them.
Right.
But everything that was vile and refused, that they destroyed utterly.
Right, read on, King.
Then came the word of the Lord unto Samuel, saying, It repenteth me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he is turned back from following me, and has not performed my commandments.
And have not done what?
And have not performed my commandments.
Right, read on.
And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Lord all night.
Samuel had great love for Saul. Countless times, you can see these different accounts. Our forefathers, they had love for one another. And we got to continue to have love for one another. And we also got to continue to keep the commandments of the Most High. The Lord told us directly, or told Saul directly, to destroy all the Amalek. Told him that in the second verse. And we're going to read it again. You can jump down to 18.
Verse 8, this 1 Samuel 15, verse 18. And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, go and utterly destroy the sinners of the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed.
No, save Agag and the chief of the sheep, the oxen, the fatlings, the lambs, and all that's good.
And fight against them until they be consumed.
Right?
Wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord, but didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Lord.
And that's evil in the sight of the Most High. The Lord, if the Lord gives you a charge, you got to keep that charge.
Right.
Who is you to say you essentially moving in the spirit of Nicanor, who said, yeah, there's a power in the heavens, and he's mighty, but I'm mighty as well on the earth. When you do your own thing, that's the form of witchcraft. Saul is supposed to do what he's supposed to destroy all the Agag and all his lineage and all of the Amalekites, but he didn't, and now we got to deal with Ammon. Who the Most High, he raised up even Saul's lineage, Mordecai, to go and fulfill that work. So let's bring this out, King, in addition to Esther chapter 12, verse 6.
Addition to Esther chapter 12, verse 6. Howbeit Ammon, the son of Emadathus, the Agagite, who was in great honor with the king, sought to molest Mordecai.
He did what?
Sought to molest Mordecai.
And they want to molest us. This is why they got to get taken off the earth. Because if the Lord left them to do what they want to do, they want to get all the men of the Lord molested. That's what it just said. He sought to molest Mordecai. They want to freak off with you. Let's read on, King.
Sought to molest Mordecai and his people because of the two eunuchs of the king.
And we know what happened to Ammon. So the same ending that happened with Ammon, yeah, he wanted to molest us. It's a freak. The same thing that happened to Ammon and being destroyed and his 10 sons. And that same thing is going to happen to all the Edomites. Every white man, woman, and child is watching this video. Everyone that's in America. Everyone in the earth, they're all going to be destroyed. So let's get this last precept, King. Let's go to 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 17. Right, we got to remember this. 2 Timothy 4 and 17.
Look at 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 17. Notwithstanding, the Lord stood with me.
No, he's not with us.
Notwithstanding, the Lord stood with me.
And the Most High is with us. As he was with our forefather Mordecai, as he was with our foremother Esther, as he was with all of our mighty forefathers, kings, and women, right, that helped the nation of Israel to get us to this point right now where we now can repent and believe in Yahweh Shem Shai and turn back. And the Most High is with us. Right, read on, King?
And strengthen me.
And did what?
And strengthen me.
And the Lord can strengthen you. Brothers got to believe that the Most High can strengthen us. When we feeling low, when we feeling down, we read these accounts because these things are going to strengthen us because this is the word of the Most High. This is going to heal our soul. Right, read on, King?
And strengthen me, that by me the preaching might be fully known, and that all the Gentiles might hear.
And that what?
And that all the Gentiles might hear.
And that allows us to wake up in these last days. Because we were the Gentiles that Paul is speaking of. We were dead in this world. We was following the way of these other nations. But the Lord allowed the word to come to us so that we can fully be made known of what's going on in the scriptures. That we're God's chosen people and that he always loved us. Right? This whole Bible is literally a love story between the Most High God and the children of Israel. Right? Let's read on, King.
And I was delivered out of the mouth of the lion.
What happened to Mordecai?
I was delivered out of the mouth of the lion.
How about all the Jews?
I was delivered out of the mouth of the lion.
Right, read on, King.
And the Lord shall deliver me from every evil work, and will preserve me.
What the Lord say?
And will preserve me.
Right, we got to believe that, Lord willing, the Most High will preserve us. Right, let's read on, King.
And will preserve me unto his heavenly kingdom, to whom be glory and forever and ever. Amen.
Right, and with that, Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.
Death to the white man.
Death to the white man.
Death to Amalek.
Death to Amalek.
Death to America.
Death to America.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala. No suffer no Wesleyan.